Hello friends and welcome to the Southern Mountain Kitchen. Today we're going to make a chicken stuffing bake. So what you see on my counter is what we're going to use to make this with, and really there's not that much included to make something that really has such a great taste. And mind you, I'm using chicken in this, but if you had other meat, like if you had turkey left over from the holidays or stuff like that, you probably could use that to do a similar thing, because basically we're just going to prepare some stuffing. We have some sour cream, we have the vegetables are going to go in this, and we have cream of chicken soup. And really all you need meat with this, and you're going to make such a great meal. And this is tasty. It goes a long way. It costs hardly anything to make, and this is great if you are on a budget trying to stretch a meal for your family, because when you put the vegetables and all and the stuffing in with the chicken in this, you're going to put this in like a 9 by 13 pan, and it's going to fill it up. So I mean, you could feed several people. So what we're going to do first is we're going to make the stuffing mix, and you're literally going to do this the way they tell you to do it on the box. So you're going to put a cup and a half of water into your pot, and to that you're going to add about a half a stick of butter, and you're going to bring this to a boil. And once it gets to a boil, we're going to add in the actual stuffing packet that comes inside the box. And once it's done, we're going to sit it to the side, because this is basically going to go on top of what we're putting in our dish to put in the oven. So as you heat up your water, do your thing with the butter, get it melted. Once it's ready, dump in those breadcrumbs and all, and we will move on to the next step. Now, once you get this heated up and mixed up as a stuffing mix, you're going to want to set it to the side. You don't want to leave this on the heat. And you can go ahead at this point and preheat your oven to 400 degrees, because this dish is going to be in there for at least 30 minutes to cook. And we want to make sure the oven is hot when it goes in. Now, when you're doing your stuffing mix, I know they have different flavors in the store. You could probably do like the cornbread version if you wanted. I just use a straight up chicken version just for the fact that this is a chicken dish. But if you want to try the cornbread, it might just work quite well for you. So as you can see with mine, I am mixing it up and getting ready to set it to the side once it's absorbed all of the liquid. So to make what we're doing here, you're going to need 2 chicken breasts. So what you want to do is get your 9 by 13 pan, spray it with some non-stick cooking spray, have your chicken breasts ready to the side, because we're going to cut the fat off of those. We don't want the fat going into this, and especially if there's like, the little pieces on the side that are kind of tough, we want to cut those off. Make sure they didn't leave any bones in your chicken breast, because I have found lately I had 2 chicken breasts that literally had a little piece of bone in it because they weren't prepared properly. So be careful. We don't want anybody getting sick or choking off of something like that. So go ahead and remove all of the fat, and then we're going to slice this into strips. So that way it's easier for us to cut the pieces going into our cooking dish, because what we're going to do is cut these into sizes. Like if you were thinking of something like a chicken nugget or something like that, we just want to go ahead and cut them the same size, kind of same shape, because we're going to take these and line the bottom of the glass dish with it. So once they're all cut up, you're just going to go in there and make a line going all the way across the bottom from one end to the other. And we want to make sure that we have, everything kind of like straightforward. We don't want to pile it all at one end. Now, if you are not a fan of chicken breast, if you are someone who likes thighs or whatever, you probably could do that, but you'll need more thighs than you would a chicken breast, because chicken breasts are bigger. But you could substitute if that's something you prefer to have. But as I said with this, once you get the chicken cut up, put in the bottom of this, we're going to pour a couple of things over top of it, and then we're going to add the stuffing. And literally, that's what you're doing for this goes in the oven. It's really not a hard process. So as you can see, with like 2 chicken breasts, you can easily fill the whole bottom of this pan. And the good thing about it is like you know, there's so much of this stuff going in here. It's so easy to give a decent amount per person when you're feeding people. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up a condensed cream of chicken soup, and we're gonna pour this over top, and make sure that we get it all over top as much as we can. But it doesn't really matter, because we're gonna mix other stuff into this and it'll get distributed. Just make sure you get everything out of that can. We don't want to waste anything. And then we're going to add 1/3 of a cup of sour cream to this. Now, I eyeballed it when I did this, and I might have used a little bit more than that, but I like the sour cream, is why I just spooned it in here. Once you get this in with the soup mix, then we're just going to go ahead and literally mix these together and spread it all over the chicken. Because you want to make sure that the two get mixed together, but you also want to spread them from side to side, end to end, to get this completely covered. Just a reminder, if you have not already preheated your oven to 400 degrees, you need to, because this is going to be in there for a half an hour. Now, on top of this, we're using some frozen vegetables, literally about 1.5 cups maybe. Spread it all over the top. If you want to use more frozen vegetables, you totally can. You could go up to probably about 2 cups worth. Just mix this into the wetness that was underneath of it, and then we're going to bring in that stuffing mix that we made, and we're going to spoon it over top. And again, try to make an even coating of this all the way across the top of the whole pan. The good thing about the box of stuffing mix is there is plenty to cover a very large pan like I'm doing right now. Just distribute it as best you can. As this is cooking, the moisture underneath is gonna like really get sealed in underneath of the stuffing, and it's just gonna join together to make such a great taste, because there's so much seasoning in the stuffing, and then between the vegetables and the soup and the sour cream, you got it made here. So once this is completely over top and you've spread it all out, we're going to put it in the oven. And after about 30 minutes in the oven, you're going to pull it out, because you want to watch the top of this to make sure you don't overcook it, because you don't want it really like singeing the edges of the stuffing and making it look really burnt or whatever. So at 30 minutes, mine look like this, which just is perfect because it's not overcooked. It's really great. You do need to let this sit for a couple minutes before you spoon it out, so that way it thickens up, for the fact that, you know, it's going to be a little watery in the bottom until it sits. Anything that comes out of the oven usually like this is going to be that way. And then when you're done, you're ready to serve it. And this is such a great meal to have, because you could just add like some bread with this or whatever else you want to, and you've got a great meal. And mine on my plate looks something like this, and I gotta tell you, I really enjoyed the taste of this, and it's something, if you like stuffing, this is for you. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you get a chance, check out my cookbooks, which are available in bookstores worldwide. The first is about everyday cooking. The second is all about baking. Have a great day.